What's up? Yeah, this is Detroit Lions at the Atlanta Falcons at London. Well, in London, this game, this is Lions win miracle part two. This is the miracle win part two for the Lions. Part two, because last week was a miracle, but this week really was a miracle. Because look, this team, man, they scared me in the first half, though. I'm not even gonna front. They scared the hell out of me in the first half, man. Our defense was playing terrible, absolutely horrible in the first half. Everyone was missing tackles and not bringing down the quarterback and all this stuff. And Rasheem Mathis kept getting burnt, which was pissing me off. He should not be a starter because I don't think he's a quality starter anymore. He's too old and slow. And every time he gets burned down there, he always got to hold somebody. He always holding or pass interference or something. You know why? Because he always getting burnt. And then one time the Lions, Reynolds and shit, this dude, he was called for a holding penalty the first time, which wasn't a holding penalty. Then the second time, it was a holding penalty, but they gave us 10 yards back. Well, we were second and 20. And then he gave us – then he had illegal hands to the face or something like that. And then we was like second and 35. I was like, oh, my God, that was far. And then Stafford – Stafford, he had one pick in this game, and it was his fault because he stared on the receiver. But Stafford had he had 325 yards, which was his first 300 plus yard game since week one. And Stafford threw the ball a lot this game. He threw the ball 47 times, 24 out of the 47. He threw it a little over 50%. But you know what, though? Stafford had to throw the ball this game. He had no choice because the running game was – I mean, Joy Bell was doing his thing a little bit, but it wasn't working to a point that it was like just running like up and down the field all day. It just wasn't working well, but it was okay, at first. But, yeah, the defense, though, in the first half, they let Atlanta on 3 straight drives score touchdowns. It was just ridiculous. They had scored 21 points, 21 unanswered. And then the Lions in the second half, though, man, in the second half, the defense, they went from they played soft as hell in the first half. They played very soft. They playing too soft. They were playing like 20 yards off the goddamn receiver and shit. No, they played like 10 yards off the motherfucker. But like, what the fuck, man? Rasheem Mathis kept playing like 10 yards off the receivers and shit because he's scared to get burnt. But even when you up close, you still get burnt. So it don't matter. And then, I don't know, man. They just scored 21 answers. The second half, this defense just, I don't know what the coach said in the locker room, man, but he must have went off on their ass or somebody. Somebody had to went off on their ass because they made second half adjustments, man, because that damn defense was playing like absolute shit water. It was playing like absolute fucking garbage. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. They were just carving us the fuck up. And then the second half, they cranked the fucking defense from fucking from volume 2 to fucking volume 100 and shit. The defense just started clamping down on their ass in the second half. They ain't let them score a goddamn point. They ain't let them score nothing in the second half. They ain't scored no more after the first half. They ain't scored nothing, not a field goal, no nothing. The defense, man, they kind of won this game, but they also kind of almost cost us the game at the same time. And, yeah, and Stafford, man, in the second half, he just caught on fire. Like, Stafford was just launching them bitches. Stafford didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck this game. He said, fuck it. Whoop! Whoop! I'm like, damn. When the last time you see Stafford throw bombs like that in the game? It's been a minute. Since last year, since you seen him throwing bombs and shit. And you wouldn't expect him to throw bombs like that with no Calvin Johnson, but he was throwing bombs like he didn't give a fuck. Because it looked like he didn't give a fuck no more. He just said, fuck it. Whoop! 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 Stafford threw a 59-yard touchdown bomb to Golden Tate. That shit was beautiful. He threw a bomb to his ass. I'm like, damn. Stafford said, whoop, 59 yards, touchdown to Golden Tate. Golden Tate had 7 receptions for 151 passing yards. Well, receiving yards, excuse me. And I think he had 2 touchdowns. No, he had 1, excuse me. But dog, man, Golden Tate was on his shit, man. Golden Tate, man, where the fuck would our offense be without Golden Tate? Golden Tate was a savage. Man, he was carving their ass up. But if we had Calvin Johnson, though, oh my God. This Atlanta team would have really been fucked. They would have been fucked. Because you have to pick your poison. When he comes back, you don't have to pick your poison. It ain't we just gonna tee in on Golden Tate all day. No. And Corey Fuller had a solid game too. Theo Riddick did too. Theo Riddick had over 70 yards receiving. And Drake Bell did his thing in the receiving game too. And man, they was good, man. This team was good, man. Offensively today, they were actually. It was one play they had me scratching my head. It was I think it was in the 4th quarter when we got the interception on Matt Ryan. That was the extra possession. If we haven't got that field goal, we'd have lost the game. But if that interception, we didn't capitalize on we didn't get a touchdown and shit. Stafford threw a play that had me scratching my head and shit like, what the hell? And you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a head scratcher like, what? What are you doing? But you know what? And then when the Lions, they was playing well, though. Offense, Stafford just didn't give a fuck. Corey Fuller, see, this is what you do with Corey Fuller. You get him established. But I think the Lions would have had a better game all around if they had some of their players, because we was injured, but the Falcons was injured too, though, so there's no excuse. But we had at least one of our tight ends, one of our top 3 tight ends. It probably would have made a world of a difference too in the passing game. It would have made a world of a difference because somebody would have got open. It's a tag on my shirt. But and then the 4th quarter, man. Who else caught it? Oh yeah, he threw a touchdown pass to Theo Riddick. And then we went for a 2-point conversion. We didn't convert because the pussy ass son of a bitch off the Falcons holding Golden Tate and shit. Then the referee whole asses didn't fucking call the goddamn call and shit. Oh yeah, when we was going out of bounds and shit, like going on the field, we were moving up and down the field like it wasn't nothing. We was going out of bounds and they still didn't stop the fucking clock. What the fuck is up with that? They weren't stopping the clock, but we was going out of bounds. What the fuck? They ain't tackled us in bounds. We was out of bounds down there every time. But yeah, that pissed me off. That really pissed me off. And I was getting nervous at first, though. But Stafford, man, he was coming through, man. He had to pass the ball in this game. The running game was just not a non-factor to me. They could have ran it a little more, though. But they ran it at the wrong time. But the Lions, though, in the 4th quarter, they took a chunk. And I mean, when they was on that drive to that touchdown with Theo Riddick, they took a chunk of time. They had the ball over 7 minutes. They took a lot of time. A lot of time. 7 minutes to score 1 touchdown. Yeah. That's kind of scary. Time of possession. Man, time of possession is huge in the NFL. It is huge. Okay? Because if your team is coming back and if your team coming back and you losing, you got to be able to score faster than that. But if you winning and you take your time, then you can do that. Then eating up the clock will be huge. And that's what they do. The Lions do that shit. We in the top 5 in the league at time of possession when it comes to offense. Time of possession on offense. We in the top 5 in the league, I think. At least top 5. Yeah, we in the top 5 at that. And Stafford, man, he had probably his second best game of the season, believe it or not. His second best game. I ain't say his best game of the season. His best game of the season was week 1 against the New York Giants. But this is not as close. This is not as good as the first week, but it was solid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his passing percentage wasn't that great, but some of the incompletions was drops and shit from receivers. But yeah, we came back and won this game, dog. Whew. They stopped Atlanta. They stopped Atlanta offense, man. They were just, man, they were fucking Matt Ryan up, man. I think they stopped him like twice or 3 times in this game. It wasn't I mean, they could have got to him a little more, in my opinion. But I think their problem was in the first half with the Lions, they was blitzing too much. And then when you was playing coverage, you was playing too far off. They was playing like 10 to 15 yards off the fucking receiver. That's why they was killing us and carving us the fuck up. And Terrell Austin noticed that shit. That's why he made adjustments. And then I swear to goodness, the coach, somebody had to cuss their ass out for them to play better on defense, because this defense was playing like shit. We wouldn't have won the game without the defense, though, real talk. And then I called the game to a T. I said it was going to come down to a last-second field goal. I said that shit. I said, well, now on my preview, but I was talking to my dad. My dad was talking about, oh, the game is over. When Atlanta had us up, when they was up 21-0 going to second half, he talking about, it's over. The game is over. Change the channel. I'm like, it's not over, man. It's not over. The Lions about to win this game. I'm like, I don't see Atlanta winning. I see the Lions winning in a close fashion. I see them coming back. I just do. I see them coming back in some way, shape, or form. They're going to come back and win this game. And let you know, they won. Shoot. Theo Riddick had a big catch towards the end of the drive in the fourth quarter, man. Yeah, he had a big catch. Golden Tate had a big catch. Oh, my God. This team was just on fire on offense. Well, in the passing game, kind of. Stafford was just, whoop. He didn't give a fuck. Corey Fuller, he's getting better every week. I see the progression in Corey Fuller. He's getting better every week. Every week he's getting better. I like that. See, when you put him in the game more, he's starting to progress. He's starting to become a better route runner. And I like that. I think they're going to keep him for years to come. And he got speed, too. He pretty fast. He got some speed on him. He's one of the fastest receivers on our team. And Atlanta, man. Matt Ryan had like over 260 yards on the game. He was carving us up. And then Steven Jackson had like 18 carries for like 60 yards. He was just killing us. Somewhat killing us, not completely. But Steven Jackson is a hard person to bring out. He's a hard son of a bitch to tackle. Hard as fuck to tackle. Always have been. He a power back. Man, this game made me nervous. Then we come down to the last minute and one off the field goal. I think the Lions, that delayed game and shit by the Lions, that delayed game, they did that shit on purpose. I swear to God they did that shit on purpose. Because when it was like 4 seconds left, they let the play clock go all the way out. And then he kicked the field goal to make it seem like the clock didn't go out and shit. And then he tricked Atlanta. They tricked Atlanta and shit. They tricked Atlanta and man. And then the second field goal attempt, he made it. He made it, son of a bitch. I was happy as hell. I was so happy we won the game 22-21. The Falcons ain't scored no more after the first half. No more. They ain't scored no more points. Not even a field goal. This game was more of a miracle than last week. Last week was a miracle, but this one is a bigger miracle. This shit was just head scratching. It had me in all types of feelings and emotions and shit. Why we can't win a game in a decisive fashion? Why we can't just blow our teams like this? We should have just whooped this team ass for fucking 42-0 or 42-14 or some shit. Why we can't just do that instead of having these motherfuckers having to leave for like most of the game and shit, and then we come back in the last fucking second. You can't do that against every team though, because some teams gonna pick up on that shit and they gonna tear your ass up. They gonna fuck you up. You can't do that against teams like the Patriots and the Cardinals and shit that you got up on your schedule. The Patriots, the Cardinals, the Packers, the last game of the season. Or hell, you can't even do that against the Bears. You can't do that against these teams. Patriots and shit. They gonna fucking kill us. If we keep playing like that, we gotta score at the last second to win the game and shit. We keep playing like that, we gonna be fucked. You know what I'm saying? And Matt Prater made that field goal. They did a delayed game on purpose. and we won the game. I'm happy as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Nobody say, oh, y'all ain't do this, I ain't do that. No, we won the game. Fuck it. We won the game. That's all that fucking matters. We won the game. We won the damn game. And Stafford passed Bobby Lane's pass touchdown record for the Lions quarterbacks of all time. He passed his record, so that's no surprise because we're in a different league now. But yeah, Stafford been a beast though. He was a beast in this game, despite other things that was happening, except that one pick. But otherwise, he was playing out of his goddamn mind. We won the game. The Lions was happy as hell. They won the game themselves. The players they hopped off the goddamn bench and hopped off the sideline like they won the goddamn Super Bowl and shit. That shit was hard. That game was nerve-wracking, man. That shit was crazy. Shit was fucking crazy. I know Atlanta. What if Mike Smith, the Atlanta Falcons coach, what if he gets mad as fuck at the press conference and shit, like Sean Payton did last week? Sean Payton, when he was in the press conference after the game, after the Lions and shit, he was mad as fuck. He lost that game. He was so fucking mad. You could tell. He told one of the interviews to shut up and shit. I'm talking, shut up. I'm talking shit. Would Mike Smith do the same shit? That shit would be funny to the motherfucker. I'll be laughing, dog. I'll be crying, dog. But yeah, man, this is a good feeling to win the game in London and riding back home with a W, going 6-2. And then we go into a bye as well. And then our players can recover and get back on the field. We're going to have Calvin Johnson. We probably have Calvin. No, ain't no problem with Calvin Johnson. Ain't no probably. It's a will. We will have Calvin Johnson back by the time bye week is over. By week 10. Yeah, by week 10, we'll have him back. We'll have Calvin Johnson back. I'm quite sure we'll have Ebron back too. And maybe Pettigrew. I don't know about Fourier because he acting like a pussy. Who else? Reggie Bush might be back. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be getting our players back against the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins gonna be a tough task, man. A bye week, man. Some of you motherfuckers that don't like me talking about the Lions, well, you ain't gotta hear about me talking about the Lions next week. Well, at least next week. Yeah. So that's all I have to say in this video, though. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, man. This game was a fucking miracle. Goddamn miracle. But it wasn't luck, though, but it was a fucking miracle. Okay? Last week was fucking luck. This week was a fucking miracle. It just was a fucking miracle. A big-ass miracle. We won this game. But, yeah, that's all I have to say in the video, though. I guess I'm going to be out of here until probably later. But, yeah. Goodbye.